Alright guys, it's No Sleeves 12 here, and back with week 2 of my one-on-one NHL school, I guess would be the best way to describe it. So today's video, I'm going to be going over my game with Rain Man, who had won the raffle from my last video. Again guys, if you want to be entered in for the raffle for this week, just be sure to subscribe to my channel and comment with your username down below. And I'll enter you into the raffle for this week. So guys, let's get into this week's tips and whatnot against Rain Man. Alright guys, to give you guys a little update on this clip I'm going to show you today, I had played Rain in 2 games, and this time we chose Hut. Last week it was Versus, whatever you guys want to play. If someone from Xbox wins the raffle, I'm going to have to play Versus because my Xbox team on Hut is just non-existent, and I want to give you guys a decent game. So in our first game against Rain, I ended up winning in overtime, but it was kind of a funny game. He got out 3-0 in the first period. I was just kind of seeing how he played. I switched everything from passive, what I normally do against like the top players, to straight out aggressive. A lot of normal players will have a little bit more struggle against the full all-out aggressiveness, and I ended up winning. I came back from the 0-3 deficit. So in the second game, here's the things that I told him to do, and there are a lot of not mistakes, but tendencies that the average player has. One was he changed his defensive his whoever he was controlling in the D zone constantly, meaning that instead of kind of sticking as one player, whether it be a forward or a defenseman, he was kind of chasing me around in the zone, in the offensive zone, and that's not really going to benefit you at all in this game. Unfortunately, the AI does play defense extremely tight, and it is overpowered. So what I had him do in this game was stop changing, whether it be he has a forward or a defenseman, to just sit and chill and be where you're supposed to be. So for this one, I told him to just, take your centerman if you don't know where you should be in the defensive zone, and that's a problem that a lot of players have. You don't know where to be in the defensive zone. The easiest way is to start with the center. The center is supposed to be in the high slot. That is skill zoning, and if that's how you have to learn, that's fine. I don't advocate skill zoning, but if you struggle playing the game and you're getting constantly roasted because someone in the offensive zone is just deking around and passing and you're just chasing around it, you're not going to win. So use what the game gives you. Skill zoning is a fine way to play if that is what you need to do to beat the better players. After that, I also told him the gap control in the neutral zone. So what was happening was, again, what a lot of normal players do, myself included in in the beginning, is what you'll do is you'll hold down L2 and you'll auto backskate into the zone. So say I'm on a rush, okay? It could be on the left side or right side. What you'll do is you'll control a defenseman and you'll just backskate with me, making sure you stay between me and the goaltender, which is, again, a fine strategy. But the problem is that once I get into the zone, I would just stop up and he'd be back around his face-off dot, leaving me with tons of open space. What guys fail to understand is that you can't get these huge time on attack games where you're getting out TOA'd by 8 minutes if they can't enter your zone. Your biggest focus on defense happens before you even get in the defensive zone, guys. What you need to do is gap control. The best way to describe it is this. You need to, when a player is breaking out, he could be in his own zone, could be in the neutral zone, and he's breaking out on a rush. What you need to do is close the gap between you and that player so you meet at the blue line. There are a couple easier ways to do this. It can be a lot more effective than just trying to time it perfectly. So what I told Rain Man to do was every time that I go to enter the zone, skate your defenseman up towards me. Don't just backskate. You can backskate, but you need to make sure you meet. So you're going backwards into the left or backwards into the right. And then right when you get in about 3 feet of me, switch off. This is a tactic that a lot of the top players are doing, especially if you watch the World Gaming Championship. Again, guys, it's not the most fun to play against, and I'm sure I'll get a lot of comments down below of, that's a shit way to play. I don't care. If you want to be better at the game, I'm explaining to you how to be better at the game, and with the current way that the game is made, this is unfortunately how you do it. So what I had him do was, like I said, every time I was on the rush, he would take his defenseman, and then he would switch off so that a CPU is defending me right at the point of contact, and I could barely get into the zone. Rain Man did it perfectly. Again, between games 1 and 2, all I did was tell him a couple things to try. He did them all perfectly, and what you're going to see here is that he absolutely crushed me. Offensively, he was good. There was no real tips I could give him on the offensive zone. He was a great player offensively, but defensively was where his struggles were. So in this game, again, the gap control, you'll see it right here. Again, I can't even get into the zone really, and he did very well in this game. So guys, again, it's something that you guys need to watch out for, especially chasing around the defensive zone is something that almost everyone does, and you don't even realize you're doing it until it's too late and there's a wide open one-timer slot, or the guy's wide open in the slot for a short side wrister, as well as gap control. It's something in sixes that is insanely important, but it's just as important in versus because you can deny zone entry, and that is more important than playing, extremely good defense. If they can't get into the zone, you don't have to play defense. Even better is a few days later, I actually got a message from Rain Man saying that he struggled in comp seasons, would go around 1 and 8, in the 10 games he played, or if he played roughly 10, he'd usually go about 1 and 8. He messaged me saying that he had a winning record for the first time, and that the new strategies that I kind of showed him helped considerably. So I'm glad that our game was beneficial, and I was able to teach him a few things, so I'm liking how this is going so far. So guys, again, make sure you subscribe to my channel. That'll enter you into the draw, and then just put your comments down below for your gamer tag, and I'll pull you next week. This weekend is my bachelor party, so I won't be streaming or doing anything like that, but be sure to check out my channel. I will be doing it next week around probably Wednesday, same time this week as this week, more than likely. So guys, thank you for watching the video. I'm No Sleeves 12. You guys stay average.